Hello everyone, my name is Lakshman. I am pursuing my degree in the CSE department of the SVC College, Bangalore. Today, I am here to explain a PowerPoint presentation on the human heart and its function in the human body. Before we go into the introduction of the human heart, we all know that human heart is one of the important organs of the human body, and it is used to circulate blood and pump the blood to all the parts of the human body. Introduction. The heart is a muscular organ that is situated in front of the chest. It pumps blood all through the body in a process called circulation. Apart from the heart, the blood vessels and the blood as a unit constitute the cardiovascular system. The human heart is one of the most important organs responsible for sustaining life. It is a muscular organ with four chambers. The size of the heart is the size of about a clenched fist. The human heart functions throughout a person's lifespan and is one of the most robust and hardest working muscles in the human body. Besides humans, most other animals also possess a heart that pumps blood throughout their bodies. Even invertebrates such as grasshoppers possess a heart, like pumping organ, though they do not function the same way a human heart does. Position of heart in human body. The human heart is located between the lungs in the thoracic cavity, slightly towards the left of the sternum, the breastbone. It is derived from the embryonic mesodermal germ layer. In this slide, let us see the functioning of the heart. The function of the heart in any organism is to maintain a constant flow of blood throughout the body. This replenishes oxygen and circulates nutrients among the cells and tissues. The following are the main functions of the heart. One of the primary functions of the human heart is to pump blood throughout the body. Blood delivers oxygen, hormones, glucose, and other components to various parts of the body, including the human heart. The heart also ensures that adequate blood pressure is maintained in the body. There are two types of circulation within the body, namely pulmonary circulation and systemic circulation. As we can see in this picture, this is the functioning of the heart in the human body, and we can see the live action of the heart pumping. In the next picture, we can see the heart pulses used in the machines in the medical field and hospitals. Now, in this slide, let us come to the main topic of this presentation, the structure of human heart. As we can see in this picture on the right side, these are the parts present in the human heart. It consists of four main chambers like the right ventricle, left ventricle, and the right atrium and the left atrium. The human heart is about the size of a human fist and is divided into four chambers, namely two ventricles and two atrias. The ventricles are the chambers that pump blood and the atriums are the chambers that receive blood. Among these, both the right atrium and ventricle make up the right heart and the left atrium and ventricle make up the left heart. The structure of the heart also houses the biggest artery in the body, the aorta. The right and the left region of the heart are separated by a wall of muscle called the septum. As you can see in this picture, the thickest muscle in the human heart. And the right ventricle pumps the blood to the lungs for reoxygenation through the pulmonary arteries. The right semilunar valves close and prevent the blood from flowing back into the heart. Then, the oxygenated blood is received by the left atrium from the lungs via the pulmonary veins. In this slide, let us see the diseases in the heart and the treatments for its cure. Heart disease describes a range of conditions that affect the heart. Heart diseases include blood vessel disease such as coronary artery disease, irregular heartbeats, arrhythmias, heart problems you are born with, congenital heart defects, disease of the heart muscle, and heart valve disease. Let us know one by one in the next slides. Due to the heart diseases, millions of people have been dying in the world. How many people have died from the heart disease in the world? Cardiovascular diseases, CVDs, are the leading cause of death globally, taking an estimated 17.9 million lives each year. According to the most recent Global Burden of Disease study published by the Institute of Health Metrics at the University of Washington in Seattle, India has a death rate of 272 per 1 lakh people due to cardiovascular diseases, higher than the global average of 235. This is the records as per the 2023 year. Now, in the upcoming slides, let us see the diseases affected on the human heart one by one. The first one is the coronary heart disease. Coronary artery disease is a common heart condition that affects the major blood vessels that supply the heart muscle. Cholesterol deposits or plaques in the human heart arteries are usually the cause of coronary artery disease. The buildup of these plaques is called atherosclerosis. Atherosclerosis reduces blood flow to the heart and other parts of the body. It can lead to a heart attack, chest pain, angina, or stroke. Coronary artery disease symptoms may be different for men and women. The symptoms of coronary artery disease may include chest pain, chest tightness, chest pressure, and chest discomfort, also called as angina, and shortness of breath, pain in the neck, jaw, throat, and upper belly areas, pain, numbness, weakness or coldness in the human body, and blood vessels in those body areas are narrowed. As we can see in this picture, this is the illustration of the coronary artery disease in the human heart, and in the box we can see the blockage of the blood in the human arteries, and it causes the lack of blood flow due to the cholesterol deposits in the human heart arteries. The next one is the heart arrhythmias. The heart may beat too quickly, too slowly, or irregularly due to this disease. Heart arrhythmia symptoms can include chest pain or discomfort, dizziness, fainting, syncope or near fainting, fluttering in the chest, light-headedness, racing heartbeat, shortness of breath, and slow heartbeat. As we can see in this picture, the atrial fibrillation is the most common type of heart arrhythmia. The left side, we can see the normal functioning of the heart and its heartbeat. In the right side, we can see the irregular heartbeat caused due to this disease called heart arrhythmia. Atrial fibrillation occurs when the upper chambers and lower chambers are not coordinated, causing the heart to beat too slowly, too quickly, or irregularly. This explanation can be seen in the right side picture, the irregular heartbeat condition. The third one is the congenital heart defects. Congenital heart disease is one of the more problems with the heart's structure that exists since birth. Congenital means that you are born with the condition. Congenital heart disease in adults and children can change the way blood flows through the heart. Serious congenital heart defects usually are noticed soon after birth. Congenital heart defect symptoms in children could include pale gray or blue skin or lips, cyanosis, swelling in the legs, belly area, or areas around the eyes. In an infant, shortness of breath during feedings, leading to poor weight gain. Less serious congenital heart defects are often not diagnosed until later in childhood or during adulthood. Symptoms of congenital heart defects that usually aren't impossible or threatening include easily getting short of breath during exercise, easily tiring during exercise or activity, swelling of the hands, ankles, or feet. As we can see in this picture, the congenital valves are present in the left ventricle and in the aorta. Basically, the normal aortic valve consists of three valve leaflets, but due to this disease called congenital heart defects, it, it is it is appeared to have only two valves, as we can see in this picture, the two valve leaflets, and this leads to stenotic aortic valve and congenital heart defects in the children and adults. In this slide, let us see the next disease in the heart, cardiomyopathy. Cardiomyopathy is a disease of the heart muscle that makes it harder for the heart to pump blood to the rest of the body. Cardiomyopathy can lead to heart failure. The main types of cardiomyopathy can include dilated and hypertrophic conditions, Early stages of cardiomyopathy may not cause noticeable symptoms. As the condition worsens, symptoms may include dizziness, lightheadedness, and fainting, fatigue, feeling short of breath during activity or at rest, feeling short of breath at night when trying to sleep or waking up short of breath, irregular heartbeats that feel rapid, pounding or fluttering, swollen legs, ankles, or feet. In this picture, the first one is the normal heart consisting of the interventricular septum. The second one is the first condition of the dilated cardiomyopathy, in which the ventricular dilation, muscle fibers have stretched. Third one is hypertrophic cardiomyopathy. In this condition, excessive valve thickenings of the cardiac muscles can be seen. The first heart is compared to the last two, and we can see the differences between these three pictures. In this slide, let us see the next heart disease, the valvular heart disease. Heart valve disease occurs when one or more of the heart valves do not open or close properly. When it affects more than one heart valve, it is called multiple valvular heart disease. Stenosis is one when the valve opening becomes narrow and restricts blood flow. Valvular heart disease is also called heart valve disease. Depending on which valve isn't working properly, heart valve disease symptoms generally include chest pain, fainting, fatigue, irregular heartbeat, shortness of breath, swollen feet or ankles. As we can see in this picture, in the first column, it is specified the normal aortic valve when it is opened and closed. In the next column, we can see the aortic valve stenosis condition when it is open and closed. We can see the major difference between the open aortic valves and the closed aortic valves in the human heart. This leads to major causes for the breathing problems in the human beings. As we have seen the major heart diseases in the previous slides, the technology has been increased in such a way that all the heart diseases can be cured in a technological way using various machines and techniques. Now, in this slide, let us see the diagnosis for heart symptoms. The first one is the echocardiogram. This non-invasive exam uses sound waves to create detailed images of the heart in motion. It shows how blood moves through the heart and heart valves. An echocardiogram can help determine if a valve is narrowed or leaking. The next one is exercise tests or stress tests. These tests often involve walking on a treadmill or riding a stationary bike while the heart is monitored. Exercise tests help reveal how the heart responds to physical activity and whether heart disease symptoms occur during exercise. If you can't exercise, you might be given some medications. Electrocardiogram, ECG or EKG. This is the most familiar test used in the current generations. An ECG is a quick and painless test that records the electrical signals in the heart. It can tell if the heart is beating too fast or too slow. Heart cardiac CT scan. In a cardiac CT scan, you lie on a table in a donut shaped machine. An X-ray inside the machine rotates around your body and collects the images of your heart and the chest. The next one is heart cardiac magnetic resonance imaging, that is the MRI scan. And cardiac MRI is uses a magnetic field and it collects the generated radio waves to create detailed images of the heart. These are some of the diagnosis techniques used for the curing of heart diseases. Last but not the least, we celebrate World Heart Day every year on the 29th of September. We have reached the end of the presentation, guys. Hope you liked my presentation on the human heart and its function in the human body. Let us meet in the next presentation. Thank you all.